We're supposed to be quarantined. Quit revving your car, god damn it. How's it going, everybody? How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Me, Woodahar. I'm not gonna let that douche take my vibe away. You know, it is what it is. Now, today's video, I gotta say, is Animal Crossing is an absolutely brilliant game. Now, I spent about a week with Animal Crossing, and ever since it pretty much came out, we're quarantined, so we can't really do anything outside our house. You know, that douche might be breaking it, but you be the healthy person and social distance yourself away from individuals. That's sort of the smartest play right now. It's the best one we've got. But ladies and gentlemen, to continue off with, Animal Crossing is one of those games that I first played during an episode of Haunted Gaming. You know, back when we had read the creepypasta, I had recorded gameplay for it. I remember, I think it was a Tom Nook creepypasta, something about that douchebag raccoon putting you more and more into debt and something shady coming out of it. If I can find it, I'll find it. But it was a Tom Nook creepypasta, and it turns out that, I think it might have been a shitpasta, I'm not sure. But anyways, the moral of the story is, I started playing Animal Crossing then, and I didn't understand it. I mean, it was a game that literally you had to play day by day, and you did very menial shit, and that was it. Now, I never understood it because honestly, most of the games that I play require a point. You know, it's mostly story-driven games that I usually play. Right now, in preparation, I'm playing Resident Evil 3 on the PS1. And in contrast to all of that tense survival horror gameplay exists Animal Crossing. Now, this is my first Animal Crossing game that I've ever played, and the only Animal Crossing player that I've known that have put hundreds of hours into it is my brother. He's played Animal Crossing on the GameCube, you know, through emulation. He's played the DS Wild World. He's played the 3DS version. I don't know if he's fucked with the Wii, but point of the story is he's the only one that I know who's played Animal Crossing. Now, given the reviews of it, I realized, man, there's got to be something good to it. And putting into this quarantine, which I think is probably one of the biggest reasons, dude, I actually kind of like it. Now, I bought Doom Eternal and this, and I put more hours into this. I haven't barely even touched Doom Eternal. This game has sort of become somewhat of an addiction. Now, I realize that I have this Skinner box, like, require this lust in a way. Like, I have an addiction. I have a problem, okay? I love games like Minecraft and No Man's Sky. These are games that have no inherent point. While they do have a goal, like, you know, you gotta get to the end, kill the dragon. With No Man's Sky, you gotta get to the center of the galaxy. But wait, there's more. There's a lot to the story. There is a story in these games, don't get me wrong, but the story is sort of like the last focus. It's like loading up a Bethesda game. How many of you have actually played the campaign to a Bethesda game first roll through? I guarantee the percentages must be less than 2% of the audience. Must be probably less than the percent. It's probably 1% of the actual player base has ever one steamroll through a Bethesda game. We're always doing the side shit, and I guess that's kind of the point of these games anyways. When I'm playing No Man's Sky, when I'm playing Minecraft, it's all about doing the side stuff. It's all about really the journey to the end, the friends you make along the way, and the fun you have doing it. I think this review is best done if I split up my Animal Crossing adventure day by day by day. Now, day one, I land on the island, and it's an island that Tom Nook has grabbed me to. It's a terrible island. You know, it's got weeds everywhere. It's got some idyllic beauty, but most of all, it is complete garbage. So I decided, you know what? I've been had for a ride. Tom Nook out of the way says, "Oh, you know how much that one tent costs? 44,000 something bells." Now, at this point, I realized, man, I'm getting fleeced hard. Now, to avoid this fisting, Tom Nook has created the Ponzi scheme, which is known as Air Miles, or sorry, Nook Miles. Now, basically, to get these Nook Miles, you have to do all these challenges, which is an interesting way to dole out a tutorial. So I realized very quickly I was going to be gathering fruit. I was going to be catching fish, catching bugs, cleaning up shit around. I was going to be doing menial housework in the world of Animal Crossing. But I got used to it. I did it, I earned my miles, and I paid back that fucking raccoon. Now, it turns out the next day comes, and Tom is like a crack dealer, okay? He's like, well, you know, there's always some things to do. You can give me items. I'll send it to my boy Blathers down in the city. He'll assess the shit you find. Oh, you want a house? Oh, do I got a house for you? Now, Tom is one of those pimp daddies that basically hands out zero interest loans that you can pay back at any time. It's a good deal, don't get me wrong, but he's like a crack dealer. He gives you a little little taste of residency. And then he fucking slaps on all the extra charges. So you're talking about the first loan, 88 grand. Okay, 80, how am I gonna make 88,000? There's no glory hole that I can go and suck off. No. It's all about doing menial shit day by day to earn the bells and sell it back to Tom. Now, in the process, if you look at it that way, it's a very boring grind game. But then I realized, holy shit, this world evolves by itself. Now, alongside the island were two other captives. You know, one for me was Rolled, this like penguin who thought he was hot shit. Bro, you're like discount Piplup, get out of here. And then there was this other chick called Sylvia, who was this like kangaroo that, you know, she was nice, but she was always a timid, shy individual that pretty much stayed in her house the whole time. I'm pretty sure she's going to be the first one to shoot up the entire like area. But that being said, we'll get to that point as we get to that point. I realized that I was making these people my friends, so I was doing little chores for them, talking to them all the time, and then it dawned on me, bro, I'm living in this world. Now, it was crazy to me. By day 2 and 3, when Blathers had come by, you know, this owl dude that you hand all your fossils and your fishes and your insects to that are brand new, and you're building this museum together. I didn't accept Tom Nook's offer to build a house. I didn't want to go into debt that fast. Turns out, day 3, I was poor shamed into getting the house. I wake up, I sign on to Animal Crossing. Bro, Sylvia and Roll got themselves a nice new house, and I'm still living in my hobo tent at the corner of the fucking river. So then I realized, okay, I could live a life of no debt, but I could easily be shadowed by the world around me. So I decided to agree to it and get into this giant debt slave bullshit that I was with Tom Nook. Tom Nook immediately said, hey, I'll build you a house, come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, as in the next day, day 4. So I realized, all right, fine, I'll go away. Because the gimmick of Animal Crossing is something that I kind of like. It's a day by day, it works completely in real time. So really, you put in like half an hour, 2 hours a day, if you want, get your shit done, and then come back the next day to start again. It doesn't really require you to binge the game all at once. Little tastes at a time, you know, it's like, again, I guess it goes back to the Tom Nook as a crack dealer analogy. It's a taste per time, you know. You don't want to OD on Animal Crossing anytime soon. So I decided, fuck it, fine, okay, sure, I'll walk away, cool. Come back the next day, I got myself a nice house, and then I know I got myself some storage, I got myself all this good shit. And then I realized I'm in debt. So then I'm doing menial tasks to pay off the debt. But you know what? It's such a relaxing debt because I don't have any required payments. I don't have interest or anything. I'm building my town up with all these individuals. It's at this point that Tom Nook's 2 cousins or kids or whatever the fuck they are, Timmy and Tommy, decide, oh shit, we want to open up a shop. Better whore yourself out, their village leader and or village representative is what I am, and start like getting 30 pieces of wood, iron nuggets, whatever you want to call it. So I grinded, I did it, and in 2 days I got them their own shop, which now I sell stuff at. But it's throughout this adventure that I started really like playing this game at odd hours. See, I play this game usually at night, you know, when I'm about to fall asleep, and it's been really curing things like my insomnia. It's actually helped a lot with sleep paralysis. You know, to be honest with you, I can actually sleep really well playing some Animal Crossing. I don't know what it is. I guess it might be the serenity of it, just sort of laying in bed, doing menial stuff, and then eventually dozing off. You know, getting a bit done day by day by day. And whether there's a huge story, overarching drama, that doesn't matter. I'm just building up my town, talking to people here and there. So I sign on at night, and I'm working on places, but then the game hits me. There's way more stuff to do at random hours of the day. And this is something that I generally really appreciate with this. So at night, while I was busy catching bugs and fish, I found this ghost, all right? This one ghost. And then it split into 5 pieces. So I had to go around, capture its body, put it back together, and it ended up giving me a cool, expensive item. But it's an item that I kept. It was a little wall decoration for my house. Point of the story is, I've really been liking the way Animal Crossing has been dishing out its gameplay piece by piece. You know, it's a game that at first, I will tell you right now, sounds absolutely dreadful. The ability to pay back debt and do absolutely nothing but menial bullshit day by day. But there's just something relaxing about it, something that is so against, like I said earlier, I've been playing Resident Evil 3, a tense survival horror experience. And you know what? It is really tense. I am playing at the edge of my seat. I am trying to optimize things. I'm in tension. I'm worrying about things. But then on the other hand of the spectrum, the other game that I'm playing is Animal Crossing, a game that literally has no requirements other than just sign on and play a game here and there. Hell, there's no problem if you sign off and come back a week later. There's no detriment. You just sit down, play the game, and have fun. And for whatever reason, even the people that are living on my island, I have a relationship with, you know? Like, I listen to their stories, I get into them. In a normal game, the NPCs are so boring that I just skip through all their dialogue. But here, I like to hear what my NPC brethren are saying. We're building this town together as a team, as a family. And in some ways, in this quarantine, maybe that is kind of what I needed. Social interaction is kind of dead right now, and maybe Animal Crossing is all I have for a while. But god damn, was it a perfect time to get into this game. You know, normally it isn't often when a game franchise just grips me. But I feel like this might be a case of Yakuza again, where I just started playing the game randomly, and lo and behold, it sinks its teeth in, and I'm all the way into that point. I am full money into that game. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Animal Crossing, my first time ever, and boy, I finally realized why people are into it. If you want a game that has literally the most relaxing atmosphere to it and the most chill atmosphere, go into it. Absolutely, 100%. I recommend buying it. What a great time that Doom Eternal, one of the granddaddies of first-person shooters, exist, and one that I was genuinely really excited for, is a little overshadowed by a game called Animal Crossing, a game that I never expected to play in all these years. But ladies and gentlemen, that being said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.